Hey! WolfGxngDon, never lagging. 2K bills to the fraction. Breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, with brick by brick we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah. Running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah. The greatest builds inside 2K.
Alright man, first things first, make sure you go ahead and like up the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. It's your boy Don back here with another build video, and I'm going to show y'all this small ball center that I made. The build is only 6'9", but I am able to hang with the best of them. I'm talking about all the big centers. I done guarded 7'3", 7'1", and I have fantastic games either way, man. So a lot of these clips in the beginning is me up against a 7'1" center. I'm holding my own. I'm able to defend them. I'm able to stop them. And of course, I'm able to score them. But all right, man, let's get right into the build. All right, man, so first things first, this build is at the center position, 6'9", 252 pounds with a 7'1" wingspan. You do have to go 7'1" in order to get the midi to where you need it to be. So for the close shot, we're going to take this up to a 60. But just trust me, man, you don't really want to take a lot of close shots on this build anyway. But if you're wide open, obviously you can hit those just like with any other rating. I mean, if you're wide open, except threes, you can probably hit the shot anyway. So with the driving layup, we can go up to a 56. Now, like I said, this build is not there to just be trying to finish in the paint and whatnot. So for the driving dunk, we're going with a 75, man. And this 75 will get you that bronze posterizer, so you'll be all right to, you know, kind of hit a little dunks in traffic. So for the standing dunk, we're gonna take that up to a 41. Like I said, this build is not an inside build. It's a 6'9" center. I mean, you're not trying to bang down there with the big centers, except on defense, man. Now, shooting is where this build really shines at. Like, you can pretty much play like a guard in that aspect. You do have a really good midi, a really good three, and you'll be able to do a little bit of everything that you need to do to stretch the floor as a small ball center. Right here, I did hit this turnaround. Like I said, you're not here to try to finish in the paint unless you want to be like one of those more crafty type of players where you just do a lot of pump fakes and try to get your man off balance so you can get that shot to take that shot. There's another open corner three. Like I said, man, this build can really shoot the ball. I'm not really sure as far as like a player comparison who I would compare it to. I know 2K probably compared it to somebody weird, but hey man, that is what it is. So like I said earlier with the shooting, man, we will be putting a ton of that on this build. So with the mid-range, we're gonna take that all the way up to a 90, and you can already see if you're looking at the badges that it comes with blinders already, catch and shoot, dead eye on gold, green machine on gold, space creator. I mean, we really got some really good badges here. Midi magician, open looks, pretty much all the badges that you need to be effective at shooting the three ball. Now with the three-point shot, we're gonna take that up to an 83. Now this is one of the places where you could save some points. You can take that down to an 82, and it really wouldn't affect you badge-wise. I just like to go ahead and get a couple extra points in the three-point rating just so I can hit the shots that I feel like I should hit and just be a little more comfortable with shooting on the build. And last but not least, for the free throw, make sure you go up to like an 80, man. I see too many people out there blowing free throws to not put this up, man. Don't have your team at a disadvantage because you can't shoot free throw. So making this small ball center thing, like, so one of the things that makes this build so good is being able to push the fast break tempo, really being able to get out on the break. And once your team gets a rebound, pretty much it's going to be you getting those rebounds. Once you get those rebounds, being able to push the ball up the floor. So the playmaking on this build is very important, man. I'm telling you right now, don't skip on any of the pass accuracy. You're going to need every attribute of it in order to make this build work. So for the pass accuracy on this build, we are actually going to take this up to an 87. I mean, I know that's a lot of pass accuracy for a center type build, but listen, you're going to need every attribute. Like I said, that does get you bailout. So in case you take one of those bad shots that you need to pass out of, you will be able to do it, man. The ball handle, we can leave that right where it is. We don't need much ball handle on this player, but in order to get one of the only segs that you can get this low, you will need your speed with ball to go up to a 40. That does get you the normal dribble style, which in my opinion, it works. You'll be able to do behind the back, you'll be able to do simple crossovers to help set up those middies that we're going to be taking on this build. Like I said, the midi is really where this build lives, but you'll be able to hit open threes, slightly contested threes. Like, you'll really be alright to shoot on this build, but in order to get yourself open just a little bit, like let's say you're playing randoms or something, you might need to take a couple dribbles to get away from the dude that's guarding you. So that speed with ball up to a 40 is very important on this build. And even though this build is kind of small compared to other centers, you are able to hold your own in the paint, man. But with that, you are going to have to throw a lot into your defensive attributes, and you have to play with some IQ, man. A lot of the bigger centers is able to kind of just stand there, jump, do all that other stuff. On this one, you have to be a lot more patient than you probably would have to be on some other builds, just because like I said, you are 6'9", but the build is strong and it can pretty much do everything that a center is going to need to be able to do in order to get stops in the paint consistently. All right, man, so for the defense on this build, I went really high with the interior defense. I know some people say you don't need much interior. I disagree, dog. Like, if you have more interior on your build, those paint mashing centers will have a very tough time being able to dunk on you and score inside. You can literally defend most people with just hands up defense. That is literally all it's gonna take. Now for perimeter, because this is a small ball center build, you need to be laterally quick. So with that being said, we're gonna take that up to a 71. That does get you challenger, which in case you didn't know, a lot of the times if a center is the one guarding you out on the perimeter, you can literally just pull up. As long as you got a little bit of space, you can pull up. He's not going to get a good contest. Sometimes it might even say open, man. Now for the steal on this build, I'll put it up to a 60 because you do need to be able to play lanes just in case. Like, let's say the other big man gets good position on you and you need to try to, steal the ball so he doesn't score. So interceptor on bronze will definitely help you be able to do that. Now for the block, I didn't go crazy high on the block. I don't really do a lot of block on my builds unless I'm like a bigger build. So I went with an 87 on that. That does get you anchor on silver, gold chase down, silver pogo. Now I don't suggest using pogo a lot. Like I said, you're gonna jump yourself out of position or you're gonna get a lot of blocking fouls. And you don't want either of those things to happen, man. But you do need to be able to get those chase downs on the times where you get beat on the fast break, or even if you're just trying to help somebody else out on defense. Go ahead and put that 87 up there just to make sure your build is actually able to play a little defense on the fast break. Now for offensive rebound, I'm gonna take that up to an 80. I don't find myself crashing the offensive glass a lot, but I am able to do it in the times where I have done it. I have been successful because the 80 is more than enough to get that done. And for the last one of the higher attributes on this build, you do want to max out defensive rebound all the way up to a 93. That gets you box out beast on Hall of Fame. It does raise your pogo up to gold, and your rebound chaser stays at gold as well, man. This build on the defensive glass is a menace. All you need to do is be able to box out, which is, super easy if you've been playing big man for a while, or if you just want to try big man boxing out, literally hold L2 near your guy, and you will be able to get that stop, man. And this build is strong enough that it's able to actually hold those bigger centers. Like I said, now for the speed, we got a 75. This build does need to be kind of fast. 60 is what you get from going to a 75 speed. You really don't have to adjust your acceleration at all. You're not going to use it much on a build like this. For the strength, we went with a 90. You can't be a small center without having a high strength. I just think it wouldn't work. For the vertical, we did go with an 80. That's gonna help you get those boards. And for stamina, we went ahead and maxed that thing out. All right, man, so we can go ahead and finish up the build. It does get a pretty decent build name and some, decent shades of as well. Got Bill Laimbeer. I'm not even sure how to say that other dude's name. Not gonna even try. And Domantas Sabonis, man, comes out as a two-way spot up glass cleaner. And I feel like that is definitely accurate for the type of build that this is. I've been having so much fun playing on this build because it's like a fast center build. I've kind of been getting more into the Pro-Am 3s type stuff. So, I mean, that is what it is. I don't think this build is like a Pro-Am, like 5v5 type of center, unless you want to use them as like the back end power forward or something like that in order to actually play the pick and roll, maybe. But as far as like wreck with randoms, I think this build is pretty fun. It gives you a different look at the game. You're actually able to defend on the perimeter when you get those driving centers or when you play other builds like this. So, I mean, that just is what it is, man. But that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. But before you get up out of here, do me a favor, man. Like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate all my subscribers. We're on the way to 5K. That's gonna happen any day now, man. We're getting pretty close, about 200-ish subscribers away. So just continue to support the channel. And in case I didn't tell y'all, man, I really appreciate y'all for supporting the video. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.